And he has a guest tonight, and that guest used to play on... Hello, I'm Mark G. Allen.
And I'm Kelly Sweeney.
And we want to give you a nice warm welcome to the Shane Devens Live Show. And he has a guest tonight. And that guest used to play on the Stan Kenton Band. What a great sax player he is.
Mr. Joe Devens. Let's hear it for Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Mr. Shane Devens has been called a lot of things over the years. He's been called the Weasel, the Worm, the Scumbag, the Dirtball of Humanity. But we simply know him as... Go away, Shane!
Well, thank you all for coming, ladies and gentlemen. And this is my show. Huh. Well, can you believe it? I actually got a show. Anyway, the first and only guest that I have this evening is a person by the name of Joe Devens. Let's hear it for Mr. Joe Devens.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Joe Devens,
Have a seat,
the
Dave.
father of this brute. I come down here from Las Vegas, the big little city, the city of chance, where the men do the gambling and the women lose their pants. This reminds me of a little episode one time. On the way down here, I got to thinking, you know, about this show. I've been on shows prior to this. And my kid here, you know, I've told him a lot of stories, and I think I'm going to repeat a couple of them here tonight.
Oh, okay. Let me throw something at you, Pop. One of the stories that I really would like you to tell me. There was a time when you had a partner that worked with you by the name of Turkey Neck. Now, let me ask you, why was he called Turkey Neck?
Well, he was called Turkey Neck because he was number one. He was on the fire department in Hutchinson, or in Raytown, Missouri, and he had a neck like a turkey. And every time that he would walk, he would bob forward like a turkey. But I entrusted this man to do guard duty on my store. I was getting ready to go back into show business again in Las Vegas, so I decided I would dispense with my store in Raytown, Missouri, and go for another one out west. So by entrusting this man, I made a terrible mistake.
What kind of mistake did you make, Dad? What did he do?
Well, he looted my store for one thing, and he absconded with a bunch of antiques. It was worth a lot of money.
So basically, he ripped you off, and when he ripped you off, how did he rip you off? In other words, okay, you left him to watch the store, and then what happened?
Well, he would journey into my store at nights, you know, when everybody was in bed. And because, of course, I give him the keys to the front door because I entrusted him. But he would go in there and look around, you know, and see that everything was cool. Then he would take some of my store out with him, see, such as some of the most valuable...
Oh, we have a caller. Caller, what's going on?
Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
So what's happening, buddy? Okay. So anyway, so the guy absconded with your stuff. So now, what gave him away, basically? He knocked the glass from the inside out as opposed to the outside in. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. And when I found this, I started investigating, and I had a lot of valuables in the basement of my store, and I found that they were gone. So I confronted him. In the final analysis of the whole thing, I had to pistol whip this man's head to get my stuff back. I broke 3 of his ribs right in front of the city detective who encouraged him, and I recovered my property.
So funny, Dad. So how'd you pistol whip him anyway, Pop?
Well, I tried to warn him ahead of time that I was going to take serious measures against him if, in the event that he still declined, you know. And this lady detective was standing there with me, and she said he means business, so you better do what he asks.
How did you know? How was this detective there anyway?
Well, I called the detective in because I wanted her as a witness.
So she was obviously a friend of yours, then?
Yes, well, she was very well acquainted with the family. As you know, she...
Some of your friends have been acquainted with the family. Ah, Eric Lee Smith. What are those pictures that are acquainted with the family? Do you have any of those? But just cue us when you do have them and let us know. Anyway, so tell me, Dad, what did he do after you whipped him upside the head with your pistol?
Well, he went in the house like I ordered, and he brought my stuff back, and I ventured back to Tucson, Arizona, and placed it in a store and sold it as my property.
That's really great, Dad. So when we have those stills, let us know of some of your lady friends. Anyway, let me ask you this, Pop. What about the Mills Brothers? You used to be a musician, or actually you are a musician, but I mean there was
well, back in the time of the Mills
in
Brothers.
Paris. Remember the story
yes,
when the boat?
That was. I went in with Stan Kenton Band in 1952. I graduated out of college with a BA degree in music, and I had stars in my eyes of becoming the great marauder of music. And of course, I hadn't had any experience in front of a big audience like 10 or 20, maybe 100,000 people before. However, I was given the privilege of playing the background for Kim Novak and Robert Holden, who's now deceased, on the picnic theme there in Pretty Prairie, Kansas.